Jamie Chung has always cherished the warmth of family gatherings, especially around the holidays, and Thanksgiving holds a particularly special place in her heart. As she navigates the joys and challenges of motherhood alongside her husband, Bryan Greenberg, she often reflects on how these traditions have shaped her life and how she hopes to pass them on to their young family. In a candid conversation, Jamie opened up about why this particular holiday resonates so deeply with both her and Bryan, blending cultural roots with shared values that emphasize connection through shared meals and quiet moments together. Growing up in a Korean-American household, Jamie learned early on that food is more than sustenance. It's a language of love and unity. Korean people love to eat, and sharing a meal together is really important for bonding and all that good stuff, she shared with a warm smile, her eyes lighting up as she recalled childhood memories around the dinner table. Those gatherings weren't just about the food, they were about the stories exchanged, the laughter that echoed long after the plates were cleared, and the unspoken bonds that grew stronger with every bite. For Jamie, Thanksgiving amplified this tradition, transforming it into a multicultural celebration where her family's Korean dishes mingled with classic American turkey and sides, creating a tapestry of flavors that mirrored her own identity. It was a time when the chaos of daily life paused, allowing everyone to simply be present, grateful for the simple act of being together under one roof. Bryan's family, with its Midwestern roots, brought their own layer of holiday magic to the mix. In his household, Thanksgiving was equally revered, a cornerstone event filled with extended relatives crowding around a long table laden with homemade pies, creamy mashed potatoes, and stories from the year's adventures. Bryan, known for his thoughtful and grounded nature from his days on shows like One Tree Hill, always spoke fondly of these times, describing them as the emotional anchor that kept his family tethered no matter how far life took them. When Jamie and Bryan first started dating, they quickly discovered this shared reverence for the holiday, which felt like an instant bridge between their worlds. It wasn't just coincidence, it was a sign that their values aligned in the most fundamental ways, prioritizing family, gratitude, and the comfort of tradition amid the unpredictability of Hollywood life. Now, as parents to 4-year-old twin boys, Jamie and Bryan have made it a point to alternate Thanksgiving celebrations between their families each year, ensuring that their children experience the richness of both sides. This year, the plan is to head back to the Midwest to visit Bryan's relatives, a decision that fills Jamie with anticipation. "We'll just kind of hang low," she said, painting a picture of cozy evenings by the fire, perhaps with the boys chasing each other through leaf-strewn yards or helping in the kitchen with simple tasks like mashing potatoes or setting the table. It's these low-key moments that Jamie treasures most, the absence of schedules, the freedom to linger over conversations, and the way the crisp autumn air seems to heighten every sense, from the scent of roasting turkey to the sound of loved ones' voices overlapping in joyful chatter. But Thanksgiving is just the prelude to even more cherished plans as the holiday season unfolds. Jamie's eyes sparkled with excitement when she talked about introducing their sons to skiing over Christmas, a tradition straight from her own childhood that she can't wait to revive. "I think this will be the first year that we teach the kids how to ski for Christmas because that was a big thing," she explained, her voice laced with nostalgia. Back then, instead of wrapping presents under the tree, her parents would pool their resources for an annual ski trip to Reno, staying at the unpretentious Circus Hotel. It wasn't about luxury, far from it. The accommodations were modest, the slopes challenging for beginners, but the memories forged there were priceless. Jamie remembered the thrill of the first snowflake on her tongue, the way her siblings' squeals of delight cut through the mountain air, and the quiet satisfaction of collapsing into bed after a day of hot cocoa and sore muscles. "There's a way to do it, yeah. But it's a core memory," she continued, emphasizing how these trips taught her resilience, the joy of trying something new, and the unbreakable bond of family adventure. The mountains, with their vast, snow-capped expanses, offered a sense of perspective that city life couldn't match, a reminder that life's greatest gifts often come wrapped in effort and shared exertion. Jamie and Bryan hoped to replicate this for their boys, not with extravagance but with authenticity. They envisioned bundling up the twins in puffy jackets, holding their hands as they wobbled down gentle beginner slopes, and ending each day with stories around a crackling fire. It's about creating those core memories that will one day be recounted with the same fondness, a legacy of laughter and lessons passed down like a well-worn family heirloom. Motherhood, for Jamie, has been a profound evolution, one that demands both selfless devotion and intentional self-care. With twins who arrived prematurely, the early days were a whirlwind of worry and wonder, testing her strength in ways she never anticipated. "You sacrifice a lot of yourself and your identity to be with your kids and to ensure that they have a really healthy and imaginative experience in childhood," she reflected thoughtfully, acknowledging the quiet erosion of personal time that comes with parenting. Yet, in that sacrifice she found deeper purpose, a drive to model the qualities she wants her sons to embody. Patience, problem-solving, effective communication. These aren't just buzzwords, they're the building blocks of a fulfilling life, and Jamie believes they start with parental example. But most importantly, you realize you have to do the work on yourself, she added, her tone resolute. It's a mantra she's embraced fully, recognizing that personal growth isn't optional in parenthood, it's essential. Therapy sessions squeezed between nap times, quiet mornings with a journal before the day erupts into chaos, stolen moments of meditation amid the toy-strewn living room, these are the investments Jamie makes in herself. By cultivating her own emotional toolkit, she ensures that her responses to tantrums or triumphs come from a place of steadiness, not reactivity. It's a cycle of growth. As she heals and expands, so does her capacity to nurture her family, creating a home where vulnerability is safe and ambition is celebrated. The premature birth of her sons brought unique hurdles, amplifying the isolation that can accompany new parenthood in the spotlight. We didn't have any family come down at that time, Jamie recalled, the weight of those early weeks still palpable. Hospitals became temporary homes, monitors beeping like a foreign soundtrack to what should have been pure bliss. Yet, in that vulnerability, Jamie and Bryan leaned on an unexpected lifeline, their circle of friends. One mutual friend, a NICU nurse in Los Angeles, became an invaluable guide, fielding questions at all hours and offering reassurance when doubt crept in. It was this network, forged long before the babies arrived, that proved indispensable, a reminder that community can bridge gaps when biology falters.